friends, in this video we are going to solve a problem based on series RLC circuit. The problem states that in the arrangement shown C equal to 20 microfarad and the current flowing through circuit is 0.345 ampere. If the voltages are indicated, find the applied voltage, the frequency and the loss in iron core inductor. Draw the phasor diagram. Now let's solve. So what they have given, this capacitor is of 20 microfarad and current flowing through the circuit is 0.345 ampere. So if I know the current and voltage of different parts of the circuit, I can get impedances of those parts in a circuit. Meaning here it is clearly given voltage across resistance VR is 25 volt and current flowing through all the elements, being a series circuit, current will remain same and that is equal to 0.345 ampere. This will give me value of R, which is equal to VR divided by I. So R value is 25 divided by 0.345, which is equal to 72.4638 ohm. Similarly, I can get impedance of this part. So here impedance I will mention as ZL. See, here pure inductor is given, but that is of iron core. So some resistance will be responsible for iron core losses and that we are supposed to find out. So definitely here, instead of considering XL, I should consider ZL. So ZL equal to VL divided by I. So it's 40 divided by 0.345. So ZL magnitude is 115.942 ohm. Let's consider the third part. The pure capacitance is given. So XC will be equal to VC divided by I. VC is given as 55 and current is 0.345. So I am getting XC as 159.4203 ohm. See, one of the unknowns is frequency. So let's calculate the frequency from this because I know value of capacitance as 20 microfarad. So XC I can represent as 1 upon 2 pi FC equal to XC. This implies unknown is a frequency 1 upon 2 pi C into XC. So F equal to 1 upon 2 pi. Capacitance value is 20 microfarad. So it is 20 into 10 raised to minus 6 and XC we have calculated as 159.4203. So if we solve, you will get frequency as 49.9168 Hertz. One of the unknowns we are getting directly over here. Let's solve for further unknowns now. Now, one more voltage they have given, that is 50, and that is across series combination of this resistance and this inductor. So I can get a combined impedance of resistance and inductance, which I will represent as ZRL. So ZRL equal to VRL divided by I. So it's a 50 divided by 0.345. So this is equal to 144.9275 ohm. The ZRL can be written in this form: R plus RL the whole square plus XL square. So if I square both sides, what I will get? ZRL square equal to R plus RL the whole square plus XL square. So it is ZRL square equal to R plus 2 times R into RL plus RL square plus XL square. Now see the advantage. RL square plus XL square I can consider as ZL square, because we know this ZL is nothing but root of RL square plus XL square. So obviously if I square both sides, ZL square equal to RL square plus XL square. So I can use RL square plus XL square as ZL square. So it's a ZRL square equal to R square plus 2 times R into RL plus ZL square. Now ZRL is known to us, which is 144.9275 square equal to R we have calculated in a first step as 72.4638 plus 2 times R. RL is unknown and ZL we have calculated as 115.942. So 115.942 square. So in this only one unknown, and that is RL. So if you solve, you will get RL as 15.942 ohm. If RL is known, I can get XL. How? XL equal to root of ZL square minus RL square. So XL equal to root of ZL is 115.942 square, RL 15.942 square. So if we solve, you will get XL equal to 114.8408 ohm. And now XL is 2 pi FL. Frequency we have calculated as 49.9168. So L equal to 114.8408 divided by 2 pi, frequency is 49.9168. If you solve, you will get answer 0.3662 Henry. Now we know the value of RL, which is equal to 15.942 ohm. Now this resistance is responsible for core loss happening inside inductor. So let's calculate a core loss. So core loss equal to I square RL. So it's 0.345 square multiplied by 15.942. So core loss happening in inductor equal to 1.8975 watt. One more unknown we have found out now. Now we have to get a applied voltage. So for applied voltage, I should know total impedance in the circuit. So total impedance in the circuit is nothing but ZRL plus XC. But mind you, all these are the phasors, meaning ZRL will be equal to now R plus RL plus JXL. So R value is 72.4638, RL is 15.942 plus JXL is 114.8408, and XC, see, it's a pure capacitance, so minus J, and XC we have calculated as 159.4203 ohm. So if I substitute this value over here, what is the value of ZT I will get? So ZT I will get as 99.0097 at an angle minus 26.76 degree ohm. So once we obtain a ZT, voltage applied is simply ZT multiplied by I. So voltage applied equal to I into ZT. So it is 0.345 multiplied by 99.0097 at an angle minus 26.76. So if I solve, voltage applied equal to 34.1583 at an angle minus 26.76 degree volt. This is the required answer. Now let's draw a phasor diagram. All the voltages are indicated except their phase angle is not known. So obviously, whatever the phase angle of impedance we will obtain, that will be the phase angle of voltages. So let's solve one by one. So I will consider first ZL. So ZL is given as RL plus JXL. RL is 15.942 plus JXL is 114.8408 ohm. Only thing is that this ZL I need to convert into a polar form. So ZL will be equal to 115.942 at an angle 82.1 degree ohm. So here most important part is this phase angle. So I can say now voltage across inductor, the value is given as 40 volt. So it is 40 at an angle 82.1 degree volt. So this will be the phasor of VL. Next, let's see what is ZRL, which we have already obtained as 144.9275 at an angle 52.41 degree ohm. So obviously this is the angle of voltage across resistance and inductor together, whose value is given as 50, and the phase angle will become now 52.41 degree volt. See, all this we are doing because it's a series circuit and current will remain same. And now let's draw phasor diagrams now. So first I will consider a reference phasor. So it's a current. because series circuit current will remain same. Next we have VR, that is of a 25 volt, and VR will be in phase with I because it's a pure resistive. So this will be VR. Next I will draw VL. So VL is 40 at an angle 82.1. So 82.1 means close to 90. So it is something like this. This will be VL and this angle will be 82.1 degree. Now addition of VL and VR will be VRL. So phasor addition, see how to perform a phasor addition. From this tip parallel and equal to VR I am drawing, and from this tip parallel to VL and equal to VL I am drawing phasor like this. So if I add these two phasors, I will get VRL, and VRL is this phasor whose phase angle will be equal to 52.41 degrees. And last we are having VC, voltage across pure capacitance. So voltage across pure capacitance is obviously lags current by 90 degree. So it will be like this. This is a perpendicular 90 degree, and finally addition of VC and VRL will be the applied voltage. So if I add phasor VRL with VC, I will get a applied voltage like this, and the angle of applied voltage is minus 26.76. Minus means it is in a clockwise direction. So here what I am getting, applied voltage lags current by 26.76 degree. Hence, what conclusion we can draw? Given circuit is capacitive in nature. So this is the additional thing I have discussed along with a phasor diagram. Thank you.